In teaching here at PCP, I used to always say that I regarded questions as job applicants. That every time I think of a question, and every time people I'm working with propose a possible question to use in one of these dialogues, I want them to ask themselves, and I ask myself, what's the purpose of this question? What work do I expect it to do? And I'm ruthless, the way I would be in interviewing a job applicant. It might do half of the job I'm interested in doing, so then I want to reshape it. Now, a lot of people don't have as much experience as people who come from a therapy background do in asking questions that can do the job. And so I want to say a few things about what the general job is and a couple of things about how we help people to learn the art of asking questions, because it is an art. The general purpose that we have is to create a context in which people can be open to speaking, listening, inquiring, and experiencing the relationship they have with each other and the ways they have of talking about a particular topic that are different than the usual, that are moving conversations, by which I mean they move forward and they may also be emotionally moving. Now, the kinds of questions that can do that piece of work are generally very open questions that are questions that people have let us know one way or another they wish to be asked. They're questions that allow people to feel that somebody really wants to know them and is listening very carefully. They're questions that come out of listening to the language that people use, to the meanings that they've already revealed that they have, and that invite them to go even further than they already have in their speaking. A good question should help people discover something they didn't even know about what they think. So, how do you learn how to do this? There are a few ways that I think are pretty reliable. One is make the assumption that all questions that are going to be generative need to start in a context in which people believe they're going to be taken seriously when they ask. What they have permission to ask, things that are difficult and challenging. They need to be asked in a way that shows the listeners care about the answer and about the kind of question that they're asking. They can't be questions that are full of assumptions. They have to come from a place of really not knowing and wanting to know. It can't be a question that the questioner believes they know the answer to or is trying to shape a certain answer to. Now, this might seem to contradict what I said about doing the work. Questions should do a certain kind of work. I don't mean a content kind of work. I mean the work of creating a context in which people can be much more open and vulnerable with each other and can tell stories that have meaning to them and can inquire about each other's meanings in ways that allow them to build meaning together, to leave with something that's much, much more than what they came with. That's it in a nutshell.